It looks like the best favorable signal ever has been found. This is something that BlackRock, one of the biggest companies in the world, is very interested in. That is what you heard. A lot of people believe that BlackRock is buying a lot of XRP Ripple coins behind the scenes. This could cause the price to go up soon. A lot of people think it could reach $20,000. Doesn't it sound crazy? Trust me, you shouldn't miss this movie. Let us do it one step at a time. Good point. Ripple's XRP is once again getting a lot of attention. This time, it's not because of another courtroom or protest story based on a meme. BlackRock is taking attention. They are the biggest asset manager in the world, being worth more than $11 trillion. BlackRock doesn't do what everyone else does. Building blocks, cash flow, and luck come before it. It's not just an idea if that kind of company does something to move towards XRP. BlackRock just sent the SEC a document about its spot Bitcoin ETF. In it, it talked directly about the current lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple. The case, which was first filed in December 2020, hurt the market value of XRP a lot, the company said. In just a few weeks, it went from over $100 billion to less than $10 billion. In that case, it wasn't just thrown in, it was a message. BlackRock made it clear. XRP shows that the value of a digital asset can drop quickly when people don't know what the rules are. How BlackRock came to talk about XRP is even more interesting. They don't want to avoid it. It's possible that they are getting ready to deal with it. Words are getting around behind closed doors more and more often. John Squire said in a tweet that BlackRock is going towards XRP. Also, Pompeius said that a tokenized good is useless if it can't be sold. XRP is going to be the world's most important thing soon. This is known by BlackRock and the banks. Do not think that the people in charge of crypto are just slinging darts at the wall. They said these things at the same time that BlackRock filed, which means that something might be changing right now. You need to know what ETFs are to understand why this is important. An ETF, which stands for Exchange Traded Fund, price, follows the price of a base asset. The price of Bitcoin went up at the beginning of this year in part because spot Bitcoin ETFs were made legal in the US. Everyone and any business can trade in crypto with these items without having to deal with wallets, keys, or exchanges. It is safe and easy to use at the same time. The market also makes real money from it. Think about what would happen if the same thing happened to XRP. It would be a real advantage for institutions if there was a regulated XRP ETF. Banks, hedge funds, retirement funds, and national wealth institutions would all put trillions of dollars into it. It's not a dream either. When BlackRock talked about XRP in terms of an ETF, it means that they are considering this choice. BlackRock wants to use XRP in a $9 trillion deal, according to a tweet from the director of XRP. Just a guess, maybe. Still, the markets change when the world's biggest asset manager does. The law is another part of it. The fight between Ripple and the SEC is almost over. A joint move to settle the case was recently turned down by Judge Annalisa Torres because it wasn't done right. But lawyers believe there is a solution. When everything is clear, BlackRock and other big names in finance are more likely to be able to join the XRP group. It's possible to trade the symbol and also make things that work with it. The company behind XRP has always had bigger plans for it than just being another coin. XRP was made to be a bridge asset, a way for people from different countries to send and receive money quickly and easily. Everything from stocks and real estate to government currencies will be based on tokens in the future. XRP could be the way that trillions of tokens are moved. We need money for that future. These people at BlackRock know this better than anyone else. It's no longer a guess when the world's most powerful asset manager talks about XRP. This is something that will be used in banks in the future. It doesn't matter when BlackRock launches an XRP ETF, they are watching and getting ready. Also, when they do something, digital assets might be different in a big way. That's crazy, huh? Yes, but that's not all. Now things get really interesting, because some of the most important crypto figures are saying big things about where XRP is going. The market will never be the same again if even half of it turns out to be true. Take a look at this tweet from Jack the Rippler. The cash is on its way. Many people who support XRP think that a wave of institutional liquidity is on the way. This simple line says a lot about how they feel. Steph, who is also well known and trusted in the community, agreed and said, XRP is about to go parabolic. What these people say is true. It's not just talk. Crypto King and other experts in the field agree with this thought. They say that Ripple is taking steps to gain power. They're strong moves. XRP is still being watched closely by the SEC, but there are more and more signs that Ripple is preparing for a victory that goes far beyond a legal one. A few days ago, Sal Gilbert, CEO of Ethereum, said that XRP has a lot of demand and a lot of room to grow in the long run. He even said that one day XRP could do better than Bitcoin. It's very important to get help from someone who has worked in traditional banking for a long time. Not everyone is on the rocket ship, though. Some crazy price predictions for XRP were made, but Bitcoin author Jason Williams made fun of them in a tweet that said XRP is going to 20,000 per coin. At first glance, it looked like he agreed with the bulls about XRP, but it was only a joke. Again, making fun of the idea, he said that XRP could be worth as little as 22 cents, or 20,000 Lebanese pounds. It wasn't a crazy call. It was a poke. Williams' main point was that XRP is more likely to drop and not rise. That's less than some of the world's most unstable currencies. Chad Steingraver, a game developer who has long supported XRP, was possibly the one who was made fun of. Steingraver has argued that XRP could reach $10,000 or even $20,000 per coin, but only in the worst situations. For example, if all institutions accept it, global assets are turned into tokens and it is used to send trillions of dollars across borders. That would be the worst case scenario. A thought that interests some but makes people in the money world scratch their heads. The market cap would, of course, reach quadrillions if the price of XRP reached $20,000 and the supply stayed the same. This is a lot bigger than the world economy as a whole. There are a lot of people who quickly point out that this is not doable. A lot of people who support XRP say that market cap isn't a good way to measure things, especially when it comes to assets that are meant to be locked up or burned. Still, they haven't fully made a model that gives that amount of value or reason. There will be money soon, says Jack the Rippler. As more and more crypto experts read the signs, he might be right. BlackRock, Ethereum, and others may also be right. If they are, XRP might not need to reach $20,000 to be a big deal. It only needs to show that it can work with the world's fast-paced future. Take a moment to talk about the newest businesses that Ripple works with. Believe me, this is the point where things get crazy. Ripple has been busy behind the scenes while everyone has been thinking about price predictions and drama in court. Around the world, people are working in secret on something that might change the way money works now. There is more support for XRP than just market speculation or chatter on social media. There is also real support from important people who know a lot about the financial system. Rosie Rios, the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, said in public that she supports Ripple and XRP. This was one of the most interesting events of the past few weeks. An XRP governor tweet says that Rios didn't just join Ripple to show her support. She did it because she saw how useful XRP could be in changing how the world deals money. Her backing isn't just words. It's a clear sign that mainstream institutions are becoming more open to it. The way Rios feels about XRP is unique compared to other coins. It was made clear that XRP is not just another speculation that has an unknown value. Banks and other financial institutions around the world have had trouble with cross-border payments for a long time. This is why it is so important. She talked about how XRP changes deals between countries from taking a long time and costing a lot of money to being quick and cheap, happening in a matter of seconds and cents. Thus, XRP is in a special place to become an important part of the next era of global banking. The former U.S. Treasurer also talked about how hard it is for governments and officials to keep up with all the new technologies that come out all the time. She said that governments have lagged behind technology progress in the past because they don't have enough experts in the field and tend to follow rather than lead. Rios says things are beginning to change, though. This gap is being tried to close by the current government by bringing in